Okay, so if I start recording, that's supposed to work. Okay. All right, so I thought I'd pick out 4 things that probably people don't know about WordPress, which they're not like amazing, mind-blowing things, but they're kind of handy, and when you're dealing with a website with lots of pages, these are pretty helpful kind of little tricks. So I don't imagine many people actually know that these options even exist because they're generally turned off or hidden. So on the when you're viewing a page list in WordPress, so if you're in pages or posts, often there'll be like extra columns which are empty, or maybe they might have something in them, but it makes the screen get all jammed up with too much information. And that usually happens if we have like an SEO plugin enabled. Then you get all these extra columns like meta description and focus keyword and SEO title and that kind of stuff. So if you click on up the top right hand corner, there's this option for screen options. It's like a button, I suppose, that the tab folds down from the top of the page, and then you can untick a couple of the columns, and it just means that then the title of the page, you can see it quite it's neat again, rather than being all crushed up into a tight column width. And you can do that with pretty much any of the lists where there's sort of pages or posts or custom post types and things like that. And you can change the total number of pages that you see before it paginates as well. So if you want to see like 50 pages all in one row list, then you can change that too. So the other thing which it comes up from time to time when people mess up a page and then want to go back like a few days or a week or a month or whatever. And so WordPress keeps a copy of each page that you save. So every time you edit a page and press save, it stores that previous copy in the database, and generally we don't clear them out, so they'll be there pretty much indefinitely. And again, if you're on a page edit and you unfold the screen options at the top there's a whole bunch of different boxes, but the one we want to tick is revisions. And if you do that and scroll down, then you get this list of all the past saves of that page, and some of them might be the auto save as well. And if you view one, you look at it's actually the HTML you view, and I think in the next version of WordPress it'll show it like as it would look on the actual website, but at the moment it shows you the HTML view. So you can go through and see, oh yeah, that's the one that's got that list which I was looking for, and you can pick which date you want to go back to. So I had an example a couple of days ago where someone wanted to look at the terms and conditions they had on their website page like in February, I don't know, it was like February last year or something. So I think they were worried about what they'd sort of said in them. Maybe someone was querying the terms and conditions. So we were able to go back and look at that past version of the revisions, and it takes 2 minutes. It's not a big deal to do that, and it will keep the future revisions as well if you do roll back, so you don't lose everything. The other one, which I don't use very often, but sometimes it's handy just to crop an image that's already in WordPress. So there's some basic editing which you can do, which is crop, rotate, resize, and flip. And when you're in your media library and you see all the photos, or mostly photos in there, and if you click onto one of them, and then when you scroll down, there's this button under the image which is called Edit Image. And if you want to, when you get to that page, if you click on Edit and you go to that next page, then it gives you a few options for, like, you can rotate it left, right, flip it vertically or horizontally. And if you drag like a box, as if you were selecting some icons over the picture, then you can actually crop that part of the picture out so that you reducing the size of the picture. So because if you don't have Photoshop running or something, or maybe if the picture's already uploaded and you can't be bothered to save it and then change it and then upload it again, then you can just do a quick edit like that. So I don't use it often, but I've, probably once every few weeks I find I use it, and it's just handy to be able to do it. Yeah, so that's the four things. I didn't want to turn this into an epic, like, hour-long thing, in case you're wondering. But yeah, I thought I don't know. I thought if I can just do some little webinars showing people how to do stuff in WordPress, that might be helpful. Wasn't too. You're still awake, obviously, so that's good.
Definitely, it was interesting. It's interesting seeing, because I haven't had much exposure to WordPress, so it was interesting seeing, like, particularly that edit feature built in is quite handy, as opposed to like Joomla, where you the version we got stuck with, we have to export everything and play with it in Photoshop and then upload the images again.
Yeah. So Joomla, I'm not sure about the current version exactly, but typically it's had a pretty kind of geeky way of using it, which is not very like, it's always been really hard to put like a PDF into Joomla to make changes to it or something. And so, like, in the WordPress dashboard, if you want to if you're going to edit a page, then I guess one thing about Joomla is it's got a more complex sort of data architecture, I guess. Like, if you wanted to have multiple editors and have a very tiered structure of permissions, then it works kind of well. It's based on that old sort of community style website where you've got like editors and sub-editors and things like that, which you can do to a certain extent in WordPress, but it's a bit more limited in that way. But the best thing, like, and this is probably one of the main reasons why it's so easy to get people using WordPress, is because, like, the common things people want to do, like put text in, well, that's pretty straightforward. You can just type it in or paste it in, or put a picture in, or like a PDF, and it's really not any harder than, like, click on the Add Media button, and let's say they want to put in like a Word document, and you can click on the Word document, and you can choose that, so it's going to link to the media file, and then that link will link to that Word document. PDF, exactly the same thing. And pictures, like, basically, yeah, you just click on it. You can choose to resize it a bit. There's a couple of different sizing options, whether it's going to have any alignment or not, and insert, and then it's there. And I know it's not, I haven't used Joomla very much recently, but it's historically, at least, it's been a lot more difficult than that to get pictures in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
WordPress looks so easy looking at that. It's awesome.
Well, this is probably the main reason why it's become so popular, because you can pretty much get into it as a complete newbie, and you can make it do at least pretty basic things without even learning anything. So yeah, I mean, we use WordPress for pretty much every website we build now.
Okay, interesting.
And I think it's like 20% of the internet is WordPress.
Oh wow.
So there's a big installed base of people who are using it, that's for sure.
Interesting.
Cool. All right. Well, I might wrap it up, I guess, and I'll see what the saved audio sounds like and whether the screen share had saved, and yeah, yay for getting the first podcast done. First webinar done.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Pat.
No worries, bye.
Okay, see ya.